Good morning. How are you doing? I am here to talk to you about opening statements, how to make your impact on the jury or the judges, whoever you were before, and what's the best way to get your opening started to get the jury believing you from the beginning. The number one thing in every trial, in every opening statement, is you must be yourself under all circumstances. Don't try to be anybody else. Don't try to act like who you think the jury or the judge is looking to be. If you are not yourself and you are not authentic, they will sniff you out right from the start and you will lose every opportunity to maintain credibility with the judge or with the jury. You gotta speak with passion. It's truly important when you give your opening statement that you speak with passion. If the jury or even the judge does not believe that you believe strongly in your case, they already will tune you out. They will stop to believe you. And you will already have your client at a disadvantage from that point forward. Make sure you let them know that you care about what you're talking about and that you believe in the case that you're presenting. Now, when you're talking to jurors or when you're talking to judges, you gotta look them in the eye. And I know sometimes it's a little nerve wracking when you're doing a presentation in front of folks to try and keep your cool. It's important that you look people in the eye. If you are talking to jurors, you must scan them, scan them, scan them, and look in the eyes of every single juror as you are talking to them. So each juror is connected with you. Each juror knows that you believe that whatever they're thinking about you and what you're saying, it is an important thing to do. Make sure you continue to scan and maintain eye contact. Try to focus your issues on your case as you're talking to them. One thing I can tell you for sure, jurors don't like to hear unnecessary information. So after you've established credibility, after you've let people know that you are passionate about your case, then it's time to talk about your case and you want to get right to it. One of the first things you do when you start talking about your case is tell them exactly what your points are. For example, my client is innocent in this case because of reasons 1, 2, and 3. You tell them right up front. Then you give them a survey of the information and the evidence that you're going to use in order to discuss and present your case to convince them based on the evidence that what you are telling them is true. Later on, you will go further into the particular evidence that you have in your case. But if you outline your case, put it in front of people, tell them exactly where you are going, you will immediately grab their attention. So make sure you tell them right up front the reasons why your client is innocent or is not liable for damages, or the reasons why, if you are representing a plaintiff, your client should be awarded an awful lot of money because of the facts of the case. Then you give them a roadmap. It's important to tell the jurors a story. Tell the judge a story too, as to why it is where we are today in this courtroom. Everything that you have done in terms of a roadmap to discuss in an organized fashion where you are going. Discuss the types of evidence that the jury is going to hear from you. Discuss the types of information that they're going to get from witnesses on the stand. There are different types of documents, such as interrogatories and requests for production of documents and deposition testimony that you may want to discuss and outline for the jury the different types of information that they will hear and the evidence that's going to be presented from the stand. As you're doing all of this, you have to try to keep the attention of the judge or the jury. So you gotta watch them. You gotta pay attention to them. You can't start doing your presentation and then all of a sudden realize that you have two jurors over here on the left-hand side who are asleep. One of the things you have to do in order to continue to maintain that credibility that we talked about right from the beginning is continue to focus on how your evidence is being received by the jurors, how they're being received by the judge, watching the body language, of the jurors, watching the body language of the judge, seeing how they are reacting to what you are saying and whether they're receiving it well or thinking that you're really just talking a bunch of crap. When you pay attention to that regard, you make sure you maintain your credibility, you outline the case, you tell them why it is that you should win the case, and you speak with passion, you are off to a great start for an opening statement. And that then allows you to later on go into the specifics and the facts of opening statement to more seriously bolster your case and present solid evidence to the jury. Thank you.